seems that at the beginning of every calendar year, everyone and their mother is talking about makeup trends, fashion trends, skincare trends, all the trends. And today I'm jumping on that bandwagon and we're gonna be doing my annual 2025. I mean, my annual makeup predictions video. This year is 2025, so they're the 2025 makeup predictions video. Okay, that's a bit redundant. But today I will touch on 7 trends that I think are gonna be everywhere in 2025. These are just my predictions or things that I've seen coming for the past few years and things that I think are gonna be very big. There are like a billion trends. Everyone's making up their trends. Some of them contradict each other, but these are the ones that I've been seeing consistently all over like professional media and then all over social media as well, just like creators talking about these things. And I rounded up the ones that I think are gonna be huge and also the ones that I personally enjoy and I think you're personally gonna enjoy as well. So this year we're getting back into the fun of makeup. I'm very excited. So let's get into these trends. Let's talk beauty. To make this a little bit more interesting and fun, I gave names to each trend, like quirky names. I don't know if that's annoying, but I had fun with it, so I'm gonna be sharing these with you as I talk about the trends. Our first trend I have dubbed Bye Bye Do. And this is something that it's been a long time coming. That's all I'm gonna say. I've been predicting this for a while, but now I feel like this is a year where it's gonna really cement and everyone is going to be doing more blurred satin matte skin. I don't think it's gonna be heavy necessarily. It is probably gonna be a little bit more satin than matte, but we're bye bye do. You know, we're not gonna be looking like glazed donuts anymore. Save that for the skincare. The makeup is gonna be more satin, more matte. It's not gonna be flat or heavy, as I said. It's gonna be very natural and it's gonna mimic the way your skin is naturally supposed to look. If you have more normal skin, obviously, like that in between of not too dry, not too oily. And I personally love it. I feel like it makes you look very clean and polished, kind of like porcelain. So I do think like blurring products are gonna be very in this year. And I think with this trend prediction, we're also gonna see the rise of more powder products. I feel like we've been loving cream products for so long. And I think with this trend, we're gonna see a rise on powder products as well, like powder bronzer, powder blush. I'm already using a lot of powders again. And I think, you know, they obviously aid this trend prediction a lot because the more creamy products you add, the dewier look. So the powder products might be in as well. But yeah, it's a trend I'm very excited about. I've been playing with more matte satin skin for the past year or so, and I'm loving it. So I cannot wait for the rest of the year to just catch up. And I feel like this is a trend that's gonna play very well with some other trends that I'm gonna talk about in a second. I have dubbed this next trend Berry Berry, which can be a little bit of a tongue twister, but listen, berry tones are gonna be huge in 2025, and I think this color will just add like a tiny bit more sophistication to your looks. It's not gonna be super pink, it's not gonna be super purple, like that berry, like really in between berry, is just gonna sweep over the nation, is what I like to say. The beauty of this trend is you can really play it up as much as you want. Like if you do supernatural makeup, you could literally do like a berry cheek tint or lip tint, and that could be enough, and that's you incorporating the trend. If you want to go crazy, you can do like super bold berry lips, and obviously the lips and the cheeks are the easiest way to incorporate this trend, but you could really go crazy. You could do like a berry eyeshadow, berry liner. Like there's a lot of ways you can play with this. Obviously it's a color trend, so there's a lot of flexibility that comes with that. I'm very excited for it because berry is a tone that suits me well. Obviously, depending on your undertone, you can find a berry tone and shade that suits you best to make the most out of this trend, but I really love it. I know everyone's talking about the cherry cola trend, or is it just like the cherry shade? And I feel like that could be a variation of the berry trend, but I think berry will trump cherry. What do you guys think? Last year, or like the few years prior, it's been all about Y2K, but the 90s are calling this calendar year of 2025, and they want you to answer because there's gonna be a lot of 90s inspiration everywhere. I feel like it is going to be more 90s inspired instead of like replicating the 90s. We're gonna grab our favorite things about 90s makeup and like turn them into what we know today. Satin matte skin is gonna be huge, and it plays very well into this trend. Also, cool tone makeup, you guys. I've been saying this, I think since last year, cool tone makeup is making a comeback, and with this trend, it suits very well. A lot more people are gonna gravitate toward the cool tone makeup, and in general, everything that was kind of trending in the 90s we're gonna turn into a more wearable version in 2025. Think like very skinny brows. Obviously, we're not gonna be like plucking our brows or anything. There are some people that might, but for the most part, we're just gonna be adapting what we have to the trend. You know, it's not gonna be as extreme, but I'm very excited, you know, like just it's fun to play, right? And I feel like this trend is it's still neutral, but you're gonna be playing. You can also play with the intensity of it. You could add one element of like 90s nostalgia makeup. You can really go all out and do like a full face of it. Again, it's very personalizable. Oh, that's not a word. That is not a word. It's very customizable to what you want and how much you want to incorporate this trend, but I feel like it's a trend worth trying. It's fun, and if you like color, you can even go for like a blue or like a purple, pastels. These were trends in the 90s that you can play with today. You don't have to stick with the neutrals if you don't want to. I'm very, very excited for this trend, honestly. This next trend I am obsessed with. I've already been practicing it, or like not practicing, just doing it. And I have dubbed it the Messy Girl liner. This could also be considered part of the like 90s nostalgia, 90s inspired trend, because this was also like a big part of the 90s, like that messy liner and more grunge. But I am obsessed with this. We've been seeing clean girl beauty for years and years and years. I think the death of the clean girl is upon us, and I could not be happier. This is a trend that is super approachable. It's super easy. Just messy liner, my dude. Like, you could do all over your waterline, all over your tight line, messy. You could, you know, smoke out your liner. There are so many ways you can incorporate this trend. If you want it to be a little bit more natural, you can do that. If you want it to go all out and do like a full-blown smoky liner, you could totally do that. And my favorite thing about this is that, like, we're adding a little bit of sophistication to our look without the fuzz of precision. Like, it doesn't have to be like a super sharp winged liner that is perfect on both sides. It can just be like, you know, messy, but like put together, and like it looks like you're wearing something on your eyes. You know, for the longest time we were just like doing clean girl, like super light mascara, maybe a little bit of like a dewy something on the eye. No, no, no. We're back to playing with color. We're back to getting messy with makeup and trying different things and experimenting. And again, there's a lot you can do with this trend, and I am very happy and excited that people are loving it. Like, take for example Billie Eilish's makeup. She uploaded her like Get Ready With Me, and it went so viral, and she was doing like a brown smoky kind of messy liner. People loved that. Why? Because we are yearning to do something with our eyes, you know? We are ready to get a little bit messy and experiment with makeup, and I, for one, couldn't be happier. So this is a trend I am 100% participating in. You should too. It's just my opinion. I think that the mature sparkle is gonna be another trend that people are gonna be obsessed with. What I refer to as mature sparkle, it's glittery or metallic eyeshadow that isn't insane. It's mature. It's not like chunks of glitter on your eye. I'm calling it the mature sparkle because yes, metallic eyeshadows and just the like metallic eye products in general are gonna be in, but I also think that if you wanna go a little bit more like calm with this trend, you don't want to go as hard, you could do like adult glitter, like something that gives you a little bit of that shimmer and shine without being too chunky on your eyes. Like, it can be a little bit more demure. I think this is a trend that is going to pair very well with 90s nostalgia, definitely, but also with if you're doing like a messy girl eyeliner and you apply like a shimmer on top or like a metallic shade on top. I feel like that could add more of a grunge or just like a cooler, more sophisticated look. Maybe like sparkle and metallic shouldn't be paired in the same like trend category, but to me it feels that way. Another thing that I love about this trend is that it can be very, very easy. If you don't like to do a lot on your eyes, or you want something that packs a punch, but you don't want to think about it, kind of like a one and done eyeshadow, these kind of shades are perfect because they're going to pack the punch. They're going to give you the intensity you want, and you don't have to do a lot. You can literally just apply with your finger, maybe blend the edges a bit, and you get a full look out of them. So they're also like a very easy kind of makeup product to have in your arsenal if you don't like to do a lot of makeup, or you want to keep it, you know, a little bit simpler, a little more messy. I feel like you could do that with a trend like this. And there's so many eyeshadows out there for you to do so. Maybe you already own some of them. I already own a lot of eyeshadows that I could recreate this trend with, so I'm very excited. This is like right up my alley because it's easy, but I can transform my makeup from something that is super drab and like bleh to something more intense and creative. This next trend is probably the trend that I am most unsure about because it is all about lips. That's what I have dubbed it because people are predicting that bold lips and nothing else on your face is gonna be a trend this year, and it might just be a little too out of my comfort zone because I do like love my mascara, and as I've been saying, I do love to play a little bit more with my eyes. And even if I didn't, like, I've always relied on mascara. So this is a trend that I am a little like about. I still think it's a super cool trend though. And if you're more of a natural makeup girly, this could be a trend that could fit seamlessly into your routine because all you're doing is adding like a bold lip of your choice to your makeup look. It doesn't have to be every day. It can just be for like special occasions and if you don't like to wear makeup at all. And then one day you're like, I need to make a statement. I need something that amps up my look a bit. A bold lip could be the way to go. It always is. Like I'm wearing a bold lip today and I feel like it works very, very well. But I'm also wearing like eye stuff. So it's not completely this trend. But you can take this like as far as you want to go. If you want to wear absolutely no makeup, like nothing on your face but lipstick, you could totally do that. Like that fits into the trend. Or you could do like, you know, your base and stuff and do your lip products but nothing on your eyes. There are a lot of ways you can go about with this trend, and as I said, it's very customizable. You can choose the lip products that you want to use. You could even incorporate like the berry trend and add it to this trend, like stack your trends. I think it's cool. I think it's cool girl approved. I don't know if it's something I'm gonna be participating on because I always feel a little bit off if I'm not doing anything on my eyes. It's an easy trend. I don't want to over explain it. I'm just not entirely sure about it, but I think a lot of people could really enjoy it, especially if you are not super big into makeup. And then last but not least, this is like a trend, but not, I don't know, like I feel like it is a trend, but it's not. Let me just explain to you. I call this trend express yourself. Why? Because I feel like this year we're gonna see a lot more individuality in makeup. It sounds a little bit hypocritical to say that while I'm talking about like a trends video because obviously everyone wants to follow the trend. That's something that I think we're gonna be seeing like more and more in 2025. People expressing themselves with their own style in makeup. It's not gonna be everyone doing the exact same thing. I feel like if you're following trends, you're gonna be gathering inspiration from the trends, but it's not gonna be exactly like everyone else is doing it. You know what I mean? Like I go back to the clean girl trend because I feel like at some point everyone was freaking doing that. And now, even though we have more fun trends that you can incorporate into your look, I feel like people are gonna go off and do whatever the hell they want with their makeup. Like if you wanna get super creative with it, you can. If you wanna do less, but still add a little bit of impact, you can. Like people are really gonna hone into what they like as opposed to just following what everyone else is doing. I saw this coming up last year. I talked about how people are gonna be like dissolving their fillers, or we're gonna embrace like their natural eyebrows, or we're gonna stop getting lash extensions. And I've seen that a lot, like people going back to their natural face and like working with what they have. And I think that is part of this trend. Like its core is like, this is what I have. What do I do with it? Like, how do I play with it? And I think that's beautiful. Another thing that could be a part of this trend is figuring out your color analysis and doing your makeup according to your color analysis. If that's something you want, like learning how to enhance your face specifically, I think that could also play into this trend. People are figuring out ways that they like to do their makeup. They're figuring out the best ways to enhance their complexions. And I feel like there's a lot of freedom that comes with that. Or at least that's my hope. Like, having the freedom to explore makeup and beauty for ourselves without someone being like, this is cinnamon girl makeup, strawberry girl makeup, up the freaking, I don't know, you know, like I feel like that's gonna still exist. And it can be fun to try those looks out or like try these trends out and figure out if you like them or not. But like play with makeup. Express yourself the way you want to through makeup, the same way you do with clothes. I think that's gonna be beautiful. Like that's what I hope happens in 2025, and I'm gonna try my best to try to live this and do makeup the way I want to and express myself with my makeup the way I want to, and hopefully help you guys along with that journey because I think this is like the coolest trend out of all of them. And all that being said, remember that these are just my predictions. That doesn't mean they're 100% true, and it doesn't mean you have to follow trends if you don't want to. Like, there's no obligation whatsoever. If you do want to test these trends out and follow them, I recommend shopping your stash. Once you've played and realized like, oh, I really love this, I want to incorporate it in my daily routine, you can then go out and like buy certain specific products. But I guarantee you, for the most part, you already have everything that you need in your makeup collection to recreate and test these trends out. So shop your stash. Now that I yapped about my 2025 makeup predictions, I want to know what you guys think is going to be popping in 2025 in the beauty space, maybe makeup, skincare, whatever you want to talk about. Let me know down below what you think is going to be huge this year. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree? Is there something I missed? Let's chat in the comments. But for now, I bid you farewell, my friends. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I had a blast. I hope this was entertaining and informative and helpful if you needed a little bit of guidance as to what's gonna be big in 2025, or if you just wanna, get out of your makeup rut and try something different. I'm always here to help. Thank you so much for hanging out and for watching. I love you, and I hope I get to see you right here for my next video. Bye! Mwah.